The lighting is not the best, but hello. Hello, welcome if you're new to my channel. Hi, my name is Mallory. If you'd like to become one of my pals, it is super simple. Hit that subscribe button down below and ring the bell. Turn on all your post notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. If you are a returning pal, welcome back. This is the last minute filming decision, so I did not turn this light on, which is controlled. I have a lamp on a nightstand to my right that's controlled by a light switch way yonder behind us. So I just turned on the ring light. I mean, I do have that lamp on over there, but anyways. Let's talk about some things, like how I have PTSD from blood work from when I was a child. I may or may not have gone into this at length or not in a video. I don't really plan on going in it at length at this time. If you want to know more, comment below, but I will tell you, due to post-traumatic stress disorder, due to severe trauma. Can I say that? I don't know. For me, when you're a little kid and you have a lot that you've been through medically, I'd say that would leave some trauma. Hence why it is very tricky, difficult, whatever label you want to throw on it for me to get blood work. My hair is long, which you can tell. I got it cut once last year. But prior to that, like, I don't even remember the last time I got my hair cut, and I don't know when I'm gonna get it cut again. Maybe like a nice little trim, yeah, you know, something, cause like things get fried, dried, crispy, and split. These are the ends of my hair. Maybe like in a month or two. I don't know. But partially why I don't get my hair cut is COVID. Like, to me, a haircut is not an essential thing. It's not 100% necessary. And even if I'm wearing a face mask, like, I just don't want to put myself in like a risky situation, no matter how cautious or careful the salon may be. Second reason is I am still losing my hair, which goes back to the blood work. I have not had blood work drawn yet this year. Maybe in a month or two, I'll have worked up the courage. I'll have done work and therapy on it. Like, I will have exhausted every effort to heal from my past, to move forward, to find out what the hell is going on with my body and why it is so the way that it is. I was gonna say something else. I'm like, let's be gentle and nice to ourselves. So I don't know why my hair is like graying the way that it is. Hair is a funny thing. My grandma has luscious hair. My grandfather had like the amazing hair. And these are my mom's parents. And I think whatever's gonna happen to you, like with your hair, I think that like is on the mother's side of the family as far as genetics go. So if I'm following that path, then this should not be an issue. Although genetically, I do favor my father, and his father went bald early. My dad, however, still has a full head of hair. I mean, it's not as full and luscious as his youthful days, but it's still there. And he's at the right appropriate age for grays to be appearing. My brother was probably around my age when he like started to notice one or two. Here I'm outing everybody in their gray hairs. But I do believe gray hair is partly due to stress. I know people joke like, my kid's giving me gray hair, or a teacher, if they find a gray hair, they're like, my students are giving me a gray hair. And I only say this because I will notice if I have a big, massive panic attack, for some reason after the fact, I will find 1 or 2 gray hairs. Like, they were not there before, but they were there after, and to me, a massive panic attack was a very stressful event, stressed gray. Why I have more on one side of my head than the other, I don't know. You probably can't see them and think I'm making it up. It's fine. But I am starting to get more on my right side. It's like I'm going through my hair. It's like a thing I like to do sometimes, where I just like go through my hair and I'll see it's like gray, but like shiny and silver, and I'm like, I see you. And then I try to pluck them, and then I kind of stopped for a while because I was like, if I just keep plucking my hairs out of my head, even if they're gray, I don't have much hair to begin with. Like, you might not be able to tell. Hold on, let me try something. Like, so my hair has thinned increasingly. It's not as thick and luscious and all that jazz as it used to be. And because it's still falling out, it's like I'm trying to make up for what I'm lacking in volume and all that stuff in length. Like, look. Do you, like, that's a lot of scalp exposure. I used to wear my hair in like cute side ponytails until this happened. So we have scalp exposure. I wish there was, maybe comment below if you see a gray hair, because trust me, I know they're there. I comb through my hair like a monkey grooming itself, but I find those grays and I get out the tweezers sometimes, especially if there's like right front and center, or there's a little one like sticking out like an antenna or something. Like, that just has to go, because the world's gonna see it unless I'm wearing a hat. And I'll say to my mom, like, can you help me, you know, get some stuff that I can't reach? And she undermines, underplays, I don't even know what I'm trying to tell y'all. She is like acting like I'm saying I have more gray hairs than what she believes, when the truth is that's not the case. Anyways, I don't care. So I know my hair and what it's doing. Just wanted to give you a hair update, but also to tell you the other trials and tribulations of my life here. My body, it's just doing whatever the hell it wants at this point. I have no control over it, and I feel like I'm losing my mind at times. But let's just be real, like, since March of 2020, like, who hasn't from time to time just completely just feels like they lost it? I mean, I have many a nights. Tonight was one of them. It wasn't as bad. Who knows if I'll resume later, where I just like ugly cry. I just like sob, and it's like, it's not a pretty thing, but it's like a release. It just feels so good when you have like all this pent up emotion, and even emotions, clearly, like for me, I can tell that they're like negative. These are not happy tears, right? I might not always specifically know why I'm sad, or maybe I'm just not sad. Again, it's a release. It's just all these emotions that are negative that just pile up, and then you just have no choice but to let it out. And for me, that's having a good cathartic cry, where you're ugly crying, you're bawling. It's like, it's a mess. but then you feel a little bit better afterwards. Maybe you tire yourself out, you go to bed, and you hope for a better tomorrow, and anyways. So, I want to say it was 2012. It could have been 2013. I don't remember exactly, but I had dental work done in the hospital. I did document bits and pieces of that journey, the before and afters. They're somewhere on this channel. I might have added them to like my health journey like playlist. I don't know. I have deleted stuff along the way. I've made things private. But basically, the story of my life is I had like a really bad back, a herniated disc. That kind of got sorted out, sort of. It's always like been a problem ever since. I feel like you do something or something happens to you like that, like it's gonna constantly like be popping up in your life unless you truly heal the trauma of what happened, Anyways, I could dive a lot deeper into that. I'm not going to, but if you want me to, comment below. I went from herniated disc to dizzy disorder, disc to dizzy, disc to dizzy. So I had the room spin 24/7, 365 for almost like 2 years, or maybe it was exactly 2 years. Misdiagnosed by 5 doctors. Hey, I've been through hell and back more times than I care to count or acknowledge or whatever, but each time I come back stronger, wiser, thicker, skin, it changes me, but like in a good way. Do I enjoy all these like turbulent times in my life? Do I enjoy all these curveballs being thrown at me? Never. But do I always learn something from it and walk away a better person for having gone through that season in my life? Yes. That is why, partially why, my company, my little shameless plug for my business, is called Awakening Butterfly. Because it's like many times in my life, like a caterpillar, like I kind of am forced into a cocoon, or sometimes I put myself there for good reasons. And while I'm in there, the whole metamorphosis happens and changes me. And I come out maybe a butterfly, maybe I'm still a caterpillar who's just a little bit smarter, or whatever I need to be. Like, whatever lesson needs to be learned, I've learned it. And hopefully when you've learned your lessons, whatever was like trying to get your attention to say, hey, wake up, that was so unpleasant, hopefully it never happens again, because you've learned. That's the key, is to learn. Anyways, just wanted to note, I had a way in the back on my upper right side. I had a wisdom tooth extracted because it was like, you wanna know the truth, it was like a decaying, rotting tooth that was causing me so much pain, such anxiety. Like, I practically lost a year of my life, like being so debilitated by the pain and the anxiety. Like, I did not have a good summer that year. And I had all these cavities, and there was like an 80% chance I would need a root canal for one tooth. Like, I just had so much going on dental wise, because when I was dizzy, I literally, like, I was bedridden, bound to bed. Like, I needed assistance to go to the bathroom. I could not, in good conscience, that's not the right saying, I just could not, for safety reasons, all sorts of reasons, like, walk myself a good like 95+% of the time, walk myself to and from the bathroom and do what I needed to do. Like, bathing was impossible. Eating, like, I lost a lot of weight because I was nauseous, terribly nauseous from the dizziness. It was a really bad time. So if I could barely make it to the bathroom by myself, without my mom's help. Like, do you think I'm gonna be going to a dentist to have like my teeth cleaned and checked for stuff? Of course not. And also during this time in my life, like nothing was hurting. I wasn't in any pain or discomfort. So how would I know? I had like a bajillion cavities. Like nothing in my mouth was indicating that. There was no pain, discomfort, inflammation. It was later on that finally that one wisdom tooth decided to make an appearance. And I guess I wasn't brushing it very well because I have such a sensitive gag reflex that to brush my teeth and get all the way back there, like I just gag like instantaneously. It's a whole thing. We don't need to dive into it. So I had some cavities filled in the dentist office, but it just got to a point where it was just too much. I couldn't do it, so I had to go to the hospital, had to have stuff done. And this is a regret that I have in life. But I do give myself grace because when you're in a stressful situation, when you're in a scary environment, when fear is driving the bus, as it most likely usually is if you're me, you don't always think or make like the wisest decisions, I guess. And what I mean by this is it was a dentist. The dentist that was gonna be taking the one tooth out and doing all the cavities and really cleaning everything up good. He came back into like the little like area that I was in a pre-op and he said to me like, so we're taking all your wisdom teeth out. And in that moment I freaked out, I panicked, and I said, no, like that's not what I signed up for, that's not what I agreed to, like you're just removing the one. The other ones I'm keeping them forever. But I do kind of regret that because like that was like a one-time thing where I could just have everything like a one and done, because God forbid there should be an incident in the future. I would never have to worry about a future incident. So anyways, because I was going to be put under, I was going to be put asleep anyways, like it's not like I would have known any different. The recovery might have been a little more extreme, having all 4 wisdom teeth removed versus just one wisdom tooth. But in that moment I corrected him. Maybe my mom did as well, I don't know. Anyways, but sometimes when things act up, I'm like, damn it, why didn't I take them up on the offer when I had the chance? Because I just don't want to do that again. So I had braces. If you didn't know, I had the old-fashioned metal tinsel teeth braces. I got them put on the summer before 6th grade, and I had them removed right after school got out in the 9th grade, and they made my gums swell. Like this tooth, like in this region, ew, that's gross looking. Maybe it's right above here, I don't know, somewhere over here. I always had like a little extra puffiness, but otherwise, like my whole life didn't have any like puffy gums or anything crazy. So get braces, and it's like, where'd my teeth go? Like the gums came all the way down to like the brackets. Like you just saw very little of my teeth. So I had to get a gum surgery, and where they like, it was a whole nasty, not fun situation. But what I learned that day is I also have what they call mud flaps, which sounds funny, and that's when you have like extra gum like in the back here, and I don't know if I believe that was not removed because I don't think gums would grow back, otherwise this would be looking different. After they like it was after they did what they did, my mom was like, oh my God, you have teeth. Like, who knew my teeth look huge compared to what they were. So with all that being said, I think we kept the mud flaps because at that time it didn't seem necessary to remove the excess gum from my mouth. Just letting y'all know. Okay. So cut to, I don't know what year it was. I was still living in New Jersey. A couple years back, on the bottom left here, this area, like the very way back, I had some pain and discomfort, and things just felt like a little swollen and weird, to the point that I was like, I need somebody to look at this. I need someone to see what's going on. Like, I was genuinely concerned. And I'm never one to be like, hey, let's go to the dentist. I mean, who is? Except for maybe the dentists themselves, because, you know, they get paid to be there. So if it was the other way around, maybe more people would be getting their teeth cleaned and having checkups regularly. So anyways, turned out I had an infection and I was put on an antibiotic, and the dentist was like, do you need pain pills? I'm like, no, I'm taking Tylenol and it's fine, thank you. Like, I'm due for more right now as we speak. It was just like, no, like, you don't just hand people pain meds without, no, like, that's a whole other thing. You want to hear about it, comment below. And the, like, amoxicillin or penicillin, some kind of antibiotic that I was given, helped to clear up the infection. It also kind of helped with the pain a little bit. And the Tylenol was also a good pain management. Ice is nice when things are swollen. And my mom and I had discussed going back and like maybe having all that excess removed, but we never did, and I've never had a problem until technically yesterday, but it was like in the middle of the night, like right here, so it was just a little irritated, and I've had that from time to time, and when that happens, that just says to me I need to make sure that when I brush my teeth, I'm giving good extra attention and care back here, and I'm really keeping this area clean, because there might be something brewing, and if I can stop it before it starts, like, great, let's give this a thumbs up. So usually, like, kind of also using the toothbrush, like, massage the area and the gums tends to help it to feel better. So I was like, all right, I'll just brush my teeth, you know, I'll do a little extra care back there. I woke up. I was supposed to get my hearing aids. If you're still watching, I was supposed to get my hearing aids. That appointment got pushed back, but I woke up because it's Aquafit Day Friday. And I was like in so much pain. I thought, holy moly, what happened? I went to bed and I'm like, well, this minor inconvenience, I'm gonna sleep through it. I'm gonna sleep it off. Things are gonna get better. I did not expect them to get worse. I started like thinking, do I have a wisdom tooth trying to like grow and like pop through, and like that's why I'm in pain? Because if so, I understand why babies scream their heads off. I would too. And then I thought, because this happens to my mom, she'll get like something stuck in like, I don't know, just like a pocket or something, and if like food gets stuck up there, it gets like really inflamed, and it's like beyond painful, and the only relief she gets is if she can like really like floss and like get whatever is lodged in there out. That might be gross, I just realized, so sorry about that. But I've been eating a lot of the like Trader Joe's everything bagel seasoning. So I'm like, do I have a poppy seed? Do I have a sesame seed? Do I have a piece of garlic? A piece of salt? I don't think salt, because that'd probably just like dissolve on your tongue. A piece of onion or something. Like there's something like stuck and lodged back there, and that's why there's an issue. So I did like some flossing, because I will admit I am not a perfect flosser. So that really didn't do anything, and I keep checking on it and I keep investigating the area. I mean, it doesn't look like there's anything scary going on, but like I'm in a lot of pain. So I did further examination earlier in the evening around like 8 o'clock or so, and I come to find, without going into gross details, I come to find that this is infected again, and I know I need an antibiotic. I know I need to like be taking Tylenol to help manage the pain. I need to like take it easy and remain calm. I was sitting on the couch. I was watching TV. And like I really just don't want to eat. I'm in a lot of pain, but like I'm kind of nauseous, maybe from nerves or like because I have low blood sugar. Like I just don't know. And it's getting like kind of late, and I'm like, I need to take my anti-anxiety medication because I don't need to have a panic attack. I don't need to start spiraling. So I grabbed my hydro flask. They all have the straw top lids, and I'm like drinking a lot of water using that sucking motion to take my medicine. And then because everything was calm, and then it like started again, and it was like really bad, and I was like, oh my goodness. And my mom's like, I don't like, she's not 100% sure like what the full situation is. If it's just a little infection, like take some medicine, call it a day, or if there's a slightly bigger problem, who knows. So she's like, well, they always say when you have like your wisdom teeth and stuff pulled, if there's like a you don't want a dry socket. So like if there's like a stuff happening, because I told her some details. So she's like, maybe don't drink from a straw. Like maybe the whole, like whatever happens when drinking a straw, maybe that like irritated. Because I feel like I need to be careful with myself. She's like, make sure you drink beverages at room temperature, because if something is really cold and it could hit a nerve, like that would be painful. I also learned heat. I decided to eat some rice that like you cook in the microwave. So it's like kind of hot. And I like, as I'm eating it, the steam was like hitting the area, and I was like, oh no, 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 no. So I feel like the sooner the better that I can get an antibiotic, just because like I think mentally it'll help with my anxiety, because it's like, hey, I'm doing something like productive that's gonna hopefully help, but I'm not gonna be in like pain and discomfort. Also, my mom did say a dentist will not work on you if you have an infection. So like this needs to get cleared up one way or another. But tomorrow / today is Saturday. It's a Saturday, and it's like, who's gonna be open? Is there an emergency dentist somewhere that can just like take a little peek? Because nobody's gonna, I think, order me a prescription without physically seeing me in person and looking at me. Because my mom's like, well, what if we tried like a urgent care? Like, what if we just called and said we couldn't get you to a dentist? You need an antibiotic. Like, can they prescribe one? Like, I'd still probably have to physically go there, but I don't want to be in this day and age in an urgent care facility if I don't have to. Like, I don't care how clean it is. Like, no. That is last resort. So my mom's gonna see if her dentist has it, like, does anything on Saturdays. She's gonna look around for like emergency places that are usually like open every day of the week, perhaps. I don't know. She said, when I get up, I'm gonna start Googling. I'm gonna do my best to get you an appointment as soon as possible. We'll get you your medicine one way or another, and we'll get you on the road to feeling better. So with all that being said, and she got me like this mouthwash that's like a hydrogen peroxide type mouthwash that helps with pain, any kind of like problems. It's supposed to like clean everything out, so probably gonna take Tylenol, switch that stuff around, watch a TV show and just hopefully like be able to fall asleep. And hopefully things won't be so bad in the morning. I really don't know, like when I wake up, because it's 1 o'clock in the AM. I don't know what this weekend's gonna entail or look like. I don't know. I might be just sad and anxious and miserable, or I might do everything and anything that I can to distract myself in between, like taking Tylenol for the pain and just trying to like enjoy the weekend. But I wanted to update you all that this was something I did not see coming. And it is not fun. And whatever it is, hopefully they can figure it out and they can fix it. But I do know for sure I have an infected tooth, and I do know it needs an antibiotic. That much I know, and one step at a time. So, did not mean to make this a really long, drawn out video, but teeth and hair. Everything just hurts, so I'm gonna like stop talking so I can just chill, as best as I can. So I don't know, if you're here for the ride, give this video a thumbs up. If you have not commented below, but you have some other questions or suggestions or a different comment, like you want to say hi or something, feel free. Also check the description box. Doesn't hurt. Subscribe, turn on all your post notifications, and as always, till next time, keep it quirky.